Hey guys, this is Ramblin' Man doing a short video. I'm regretful I didn't get out earlier today. I say that often, but I just had things I was doing, and it's now it's a bit chilly all day. It's I think right now about 54, but with 26-mile-an-hour wind gust, and the weather says basically it feels 10 degrees cooler. I'm testing two things. Any of you use like a GPS tracking app, so if you make videos you can include that? I haven't, but I'm experimenting with one today. I think it's called RELIVE. And you know, one of the reasons I don't like these things is that one, I don't know how well they're going to integrate into the rest of the footage I'm recording versus being its own little standalone app, more appropriate for, say, TikTok quick videos. And really, the main thing I've wanted sometimes is just to be able to show the route I took at the start of a video. The second thing I don't like about them is you have to leave it on all the time. The screen, I think, has to be on. When I did a little test at home, this is my first ride using it, and I'm going to stop at some point. I don't know if the screen times out when I'm riding with the app running. The second thing I'm testing is an Airhawk bubble seat, I'll call it. I'll do a little video on that separately, but I'm not going to be able to tell if it's going to help my problem, because I can ride on a normal day on this bike 30 to 45 minutes without too much of an issue. Sometimes it hits sooner, the pain points, you know, but at least I can see if this is going to add any. You know, as I continue my saga of the motorcycle seat on this bike and trying to get it fine-tuned, a few people have mentioned the Russell Daylong seat. If any of you have put that on your Indian Cruisers, I would love to know it. I guess that's what some of the people that do the iron butt competition use. Again, it's not a cheap solution. I'd have to ship my current seat to them, so that's probably $100. Based on my bike, it looks like my service would be around $700, and they reconfigure the seat, and I imagine I'm gonna have to pay shipping back, so that's another, let's say, $80 to $100. I didn't really like their little Q&A. They had frequently asked questions, and the first one was, will this raise the height of my seat? And to me, I know what people mean when they ask that. If you put one seat on and swap it out with the other, am I going up? And they gave a kind of a long answer to this about, we don't know what people mean when they ask about that. Relative to what? The ground? And to me, I know exactly what people mean. Am I going up? I mean, it's, you know, you can pretty much tell if you've gone up. Now, the thing about their Daylong seat, they are very upfront about the fact that it is wider, and so you may not be able to touch the ground as easily. And I'd mentioned that a guy in one of the forums had made a comment that on a lot of these wider seats, the back is for sitting, and the front part of the saddle is for standing over the bike or putting your feet down. And I made a comment that I just don't see that being realistic at every stoplight. And on this Russell Daylong, oh man, come on, at least go the speed limit. Why are we going 35 and a 45? Oh goodness, man. Speed limit's 45. on the Russell Daylong seat, they were upfront about that they expect you to slide forward at stoplights, and they acknowledge that you may not be able to touch both feet down like you did before, so that quickly you'll get used to sliding forward at stoplights to put your foot down, and then as you pull off, go back to your normal seating position. And the theory behind that seat is it's much wider, and I'm curious how it would look on a Springfield. I'm gonna have to look up and see if I can find some photos, but because it's spreading out your weight over a larger space, it should reduce the pressure points. Some people on this Airhawk said they actually found it more uncomfortable to use it because it put pressure on their man parts, and some of them felt like it put more pressure on the butt bones. And I'd have to say, I'm not seeing anything on the first part of that, but on the second part, I'm already feeling a little pressure on my left butt bone. And they make it a point to say you have to play around with the air, and that people tend to overinflate them. So I was very aware of that. All right, I'm gonna check this app out real quick. For what it's worth so far, I didn't strap down this Airhawk because my backrest is showing up today, and I'm gonna have to take the seat off for that. So I figure I'll just strap it down at the same time I do that other project. So I think it's sliding just a little. I was hoping just the weight of my body would keep it in place. Well, I did a loop, and then I'm going to turn around because I intentionally want to see how this GPS app will track. I'd prefer to find one that doesn't cost any money. I was a little annoyed with this one because they said, you know, you could try it for free, but then they make you first create an account with them, and two, you must purchase the app with the provision that the first week is free and you can cancel at the end of the first week. Just annoys me. It's like, just give me the free week. All right, we'll see how that went, and then I'm going to do a U-turn, and we'll see how this app looks when I do that.